Tanya, and I'm grateful you're joining us today for yoga for BJJ. Um, as a jiu-jitsu practitioner, I think it's really vital. It really helps me just not only recover, but um, kind of just focus on the game and, have more fun with it and not feel so just always sore or not able to move or have range of motion. Or even if you're just looking for a good yoga practice, I found that this just happens to really work on many levels. So today we're going to just start with some, nice easy flow, and I'll show you some variations in case you're kind of working with some injuries. I believe yoga's ability to adapt to where you're at in your body is probably the one of the most important things that I appreciate about our yoga practice. So we're going to just go ahead and start in what we call turtle pose. We're trying to sit on those heels, extend through the upper body, and just kind of breathe here for a few breaths. Just trying to relax the back, the hips, and just really thinking about, relaxing into the stretch, not forcing. Just another breath or two. Good. From here, let's change the stretch a little bit. And you're just going to lift your feet and shift them to the right. And then just kind of sit back here and create a nice little angled stretch. Stay here for a few breaths. Good. Now let's switch to the other side. So you just lift your feet, shift, and then sit back. Staying here for a few breaths. Good. When you're ready, let's come back to center. So moving those feet back. Just going to reset here. Then we're going to go ahead and roll up to our hands and knees. Roll up into that tabletop position. So really think about, hands being underneath your shoulders, spread out, and the fingers pressing your index fingers and thumbs into the mat, knees underneath your hips. So from here, let's just create a little bit of movement in the ribs. I know that always gets real locked up for us. So we can now just start to move like, it's almost like a jump rope movement, kind of coming up through that cat tilt here and moving down to that dog tilt. And just kind of creating a sideways motion. This tends to feel really good because just kind of moving those different angles, right? One more and then we'll reverse. So come in the other direction. Really feeling that breath help lead the movement. Good. Give me one more. And then come back to neutral. So from here, let's just go ahead and kind of arch up into that back. Give me that cat tilt. Stay here for just a few breaths. And then other direction. Good. Back to center. Relax the spine. And then let's just circle whatever direction you want to start with. Kind of moving the wrists, the knees, the shoulders, the hips. It's just all the movements that we think about, when we practice, when we're rolling, when we're drilling. Good. Other direction. And remember, make this yours. If there's anything that's like, yeah, if I kind of just move that rib cage a little bit with it, trying to find what your body is asking for to recover or to, make it kind of function better. And then coming back to center. Good. So we're going to go ahead and start with some spinal balance. So you're just going to extend that right leg out. Exhale, curl in, nose to knees. Let's do it a few more times. Bring it in. Extend it out. And lift the left arm. Try not to let that right hip roll up. Good. Lower your left arm. And then bring that right leg out to the side like a karate kick and hold that. Try not to shift the weight. Try to hold the balance. Bring it down. Inhale, lift those arms up. Try to get those shoulders over hips. Good, so we'll have two options. You can either take your hands behind your head, or you can have your hands out to the side. And we're gonna lean over to that right side, barely any weight on those right fingertips, and lift up. Stretching all the way up through that left side. Good. Inhale back to center. Other side. So as you come to the other side, you can either go on your fist or you can do hand on your hip. Whatever feels best for you. Just reach. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, other side. And inhale, center. Exhale to the other side, last time. Good. Inhale back to center. We're going to go ahead and reach those arms forward, plank hands. So from here, we're going to take your left arm, tuck it underneath the body, and we're going to reach for that right leg. So we can reach for hip, knee, shin, and I'm just gently rolling onto that left side, keeping the neck nice and long, not kind of jamming it, right? And then you can keep this right hand here to support, or if you want to bring the hand behind, the Kimura, arm bar, you can extend it out. Whatever feels best for you, okay, wherever you're at today. Maybe you rolled pretty hard yesterday and you're super sore, so you're kind of just keeping it, somewhere low key, or just keeping things happy in alignment, right? Stay there for a few breaths. Good. Start to slowly unwind. We're going to come back to plank hands. Good. So from here, making sure those hips are above your knees, you're going to walk out to puppy pose. So I'm just extending that upper body out, really trying to stretch, open up the shoulders. If you want to bend the elbows and bring the hands to the back of the head, you can. Wherever you're at today. Just find the breath. Want to change the stretch a little bit, tuck your head under and gently press the top of the head down on the mat. Gently start to release, walk it up back to plank hands. Then you're going to take your right leg on the outside of the right hand. Let's shift that left knee back so you can lengthen that stretch. Really try to think about, extending, keeping those shoulders back. And let's exhale, take it back, a little stretch here. Good, and let's bring it forward. And taking it back. And last time, forward, hold. Good. Let's go ahead and start to bend that back leg. You're going to reach with your right hand. You can open up that right hip, a little bit of an angle, knee can take it out a little bit. Make sure you're not falling to that shoulder, right? Lengthening all the way through and opening that chest. Good. Gently release. You're going to take that back leg across your mat. So it's like I lay that shin down, and we're either going to sit in combat base, right? Or if you feel like a little bit deeper stretch, we can sit all the way back behind that leg, right? And then we can bring it forward and open that hip. Bring it back. And forth. Or if you're in that combat base, you're just kind of moving around, just kind of getting a nice hip opener. So your choice. One more, wherever you're at. Let's bring it forward, placing your hands down back on the mat. Extend that leg. We're going to go into lizard twist. So lifting that left knee, keep that left hand down. Everything should be in alignment, right? Wrist, shoulder, lengthening all the way through the right fingertips. Good. Let's go ahead, take your right leg back to meet the left foot. So I walk that back, extend through. If this is too much, we can definitely put that knee down and just support that shoulder, right? That wrist, wherever we're at. From here, let's go into plank. Moving down. Good. Shift those shoulders forward and lower down. Good. Let's keep the hands underneath your shoulders here. And we're just going to do a few cobras. So we're just going to inhale, lift just a little bit. Exhale, relax. A couple more of those. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax. Let's do that one more time and we'll hold. Inhale, lift. Hold here for a few breaths. Good. Exhale, relax. And let's push back to plank. Down dog. And let's stay here for a few breaths. We're going to walk the dog. So just bending one knee, straightening the other leg. Make sure those arms are almost mat width. You're pressing the index finger and thumb into the mat. And try and keep, that gentle bend in my knees so then I can fully extend in the spine. Just a few more breaths. You can kind of lean side to side, add a little dimension to the stretch. Good. Back to center, bend both knees. And let's lower down back to the knees here. And let's go to the other side. So from here, let's extend that left leg. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, extend. Let's do that a few more times. Bring it in. Extend. Bring it in. Good. Last one, extend. Let's add that right arm. Good. Lower that right arm. Take your left leg out to the side. Karate kick, hold. Lower that left leg. Inhale, rise. Good. Hands either behind your head or out to the side. Let's lean to your left. And back to center, other side. Good. Back to center. So thinking about when I'm here, I'm really just trying to lift and reach. And other side. Good. Back to center. So reaching forward, right? Plank hands. Good. From here, take your right arm, tucking it under, reaching for that left leg, left hip. Bringing that other arm behind. You can either do Kimura. Remember your arm board, just keeping that left hand by the head. Good. Slowly unwind, coming back to plank hands. Good. From here, let's go ahead and walk out to puppy pose one more time. Remember, you're just extending out, making sure those hips are right above those knees. Good. Change the stretch. Just tuck the head under. Good. And coming back, plank hands. When you're ready, left foot comes forward, right leg back. Just trying to open those hips a little bit more. Good. Let's go ahead and move it back and forth. So taking it back, a little stretch. Good. Bring it forward. And take it back. And bringing it forward. Good. From here, let's add that extra stretch. You're bending that back leg. If you can't, eventually we'll get there, right? But we're reaching if we can with that left arm. Same thing with the shoulder, right? Really pushing into it, creating strength, and then opening up the body. Good. Gently release. Remember, we're crossing that leg across the mat and either sitting way behind and then coming forward, opening the hip, or just coming to that shortened combat base, right? Sitting down here and just kind of moving around, trying to get everything kind of loosened up, right? Because sometimes our hips really lock up, especially if we had a good hard practice or drilling. Good. Coming forward, straighten that right leg out. Keep your right arm down. Remember, aligning everything with that shoulder. Bringing it up. Good. Moving that left leg back. Going into your side plank. Remember, we can always modify if we need to. Good. Move to plank. Shift forward. Lower it down. Good. So let's start with, we're going to do half skydiver. So we're just going to start to lift the upper body first. So you're going to inhale, lift, and then relax. Let's do one more. You're going to inhale, lift, and relax. Let's go ahead and do the other side, the lower body. So you're going to inhale, lift, and relax. One more. Inhale, lift, and relax. Good. So let's do the full skydiver. You're going to inhale, lift, and hold. Exhale, relax. Good. Arms back under shoulders. Press up. Plank. And moving into your down dog. Just going to walk the dog from here. You can move your hips side to side. You can even bend one elbow. Just kind of changing it up. Anything that you feel your body is asking for. Staying here for a few breaths. Good. So from here, you're going to whack your hands in just a little bit. You're going to bend the knees. We're going to practice a little bit of jumping. So just kind of from here, really kind of using his legs, right? So maybe create just a little hop. You know, however you feel comfortable. Good. Give me about 2 more. Good. Now this next one, we're going to jump forward and land by those hands, okay? So come up. Stay here in your squat. Find your breath. Good. So we're going to have 2 options. First option from here is I want us to jump and turn 180. Coming down. If jumping isn't something that feels good, we can just stay in our squat. Reach up nice and tall. Turn and come down. Okay? We're still practicing. We're moving, progressing towards the jump. From here, walk it out to plank. Bring it down. Skydive. Bring it down. Plank. Down dog. And jump those feet forward. Squat. Stay there for a breath. Good. Jump or walk. From the other side. Walk it out to plank. Bring it down. Skydive. Bring it down. Push back up. Good, down dog. And jump forward. And hold your squat here. Find the breath. Find the focus. Good job, you guys. Good. From here, let's go into crow pose. So, bringing your arms, hands forward. You're trying to bend the elbows and create like a little ledge for your knees to kind of go into. And then you bring that weight forward and you check, lifting your little toes, see how you feel. And then see if you can just lift. When you're done, let's come back to squat for a breath. Good, hands down, forward fold, stretch here. Just try to give your spine some traction. And bend those knees back to squat. And exhale, forward fold. Good, and when you're ready, let's roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Bringing it all the way up to standing. Hands to heart. Just go ahead and take your right leg back. Warrior two. So from here, trying to keep those heels in at least some alignment, right? If you go too far, it might be a little hard on the hips. And then let's bring in those arms out. Staying here for a few breaths. Good, taking your right hand to the back leg. And lifting the left arm up. Reverse warrior. Good, back to center. Extended angle, so we're coming forward, right? Bringing that left forearm down, right arm up. So it's like a nice angle from that right heel all the way up to that top arm. Try not to collapse right in the shoulder. Even though I'm here kind of supported, I'm still very active. Good, let's bring that top arm down. And bring that left leg back to downward dog. Stay here for a few breaths. Good, when you're ready, let's bend your knees. And let's jump squat forward. Hold your squat. Good, hands down. Straighten those legs, forward fold. Good. Bend the knees. Squat one more time. Good. Hands down. Straighten those legs. Last time here. And slowly roll it up, one vertebra at a time. Bring those hands up. Good. Let's take your left leg back. Bending that front leg. Warrior two for this side. Good. Take this back arm up. Lean back. Breathe. Nice job, you guys. Good. Bring it back. Let's lean it forward. Lowering that front arm and extending that top arm up. Really still activating in that right shoulder. So I'm not here, but I'm really pushing, activating, supporting. Good. Bring that top arm down, other arm down, right leg back, downward dog. Stay here. Find your breath. Good. So from here, let's take your left leg up. Keep that left leg bent. And then you're going to move your shoulders forward, right? So right over those wrists. And then we're going to slowly start to tilt over and try and touch that left toe to the mat and extend. Trying to really activate in that right shoulder. Slowly start to lower that right hip to the mat and reach forward and grab those right toes with the left hand. Or the free hand, I should say, right? Nice forward fold here. Good. Let's come back to that extension stretch, right? Just reaching back. And then exhale, fold one more time. Find the breath. Good. Let's reach up all the way back. Then remember to come over, keep that weight on that shoulder, and lift. Coming back to down dog, and let's stay here for a couple breaths, and then we'll do the other side. This is kind of like our, centering spot here, finding that down dog. Going to the other side. Lift that right leg. Remember, shift your weight over, then start to come to the other side. So really a lot of control, right? Wherever we're at is perfect. Ease into it. Exhale, slowly start to lower down. And forward fold. Good. Coming back. One more time here. Full extension. Find the breath. And gently bring it down. And stay here for a few breaths. Good. Coming back. Extend. Keep that weight over that shoulder, and then it can help you come over back to your down dog. Keeping those shoulders nice and safe. Good. Let's bend those knees. Let's squat forward. Jump close to those hands. Hold your squat. Good. Let's go ahead and sit on back. Let's do some core work here. So, starting in a nice boat pose, we're going to go ahead and add a little action to this. So, we're going to extend out, and then you're going to pull in. Extend out just like we do in triangle, right? Pull in. Extend out, pull in. If you need to add those arms, go ahead for now. You know, we're going to work towards not, right? But if we need that support right now, absolutely. Just a couple more. And last one. Good. Extend and relax. Good. Let's go ahead and take your left leg bend. Left arm up and fold. Good. Gently coming up. And shake it out, release. Other side. So this time we're going for the other toes. So it's opposite hand, opposite foot as much as we can. If we can't touch the toes, we can always grab a calf. You know, just something that kind of helps us reach forward. Good. Inhale, gently release. Bring that leg forward. Let's shake it out. We're going to roll down to our backs. Going into a bridge pose. Good. So from here, we're going to just start to do kind of a familiar warm-up stretch, but I think it's always nice to end with it as well. So it's kind of our bridge, reach and touch, twist, right? So I'm going to the opposite shoulder. And then I'm going to exhale, roll it down. And then I'm going to go to the other side. Reach. and then roll it down. So we're going to do a few of these. And this time we're just being really slow and intentional, you know, using that breath to help. Just be really mindful of activating everything, not forcing anything. Good, just a couple more. Good, last one. And last one to this side. Good, this time let's just roll up in a bridge in the center and hold for a few breaths here. Really kind of feeling those hips open. Good, slowly rolling it down. Bring both knees to your chest, give them a hug. Trying to grab those elbows. Squeeze the knees in. Good. Gently release the left leg, straighten it out, and just hold the right knee. Try to gently pull it in so that right armpit. Good. Switch. Left knee is now bent. Other side. Good. Gently relax that leg. Go into Shavasana just for a few minutes. We're allowing the stretches to kind of take hold in the body. Just relax the body. Letting the body get heavy. Relaxing your breath. Not forcing anything. Start to deepen your breath. Start to bring movement back into your toes and into your fingers. Start to bring your mind back to the present moment. And when you're ready, roll over to your right side and sit on it. Find your breath, find your center, and just notice the difference in your body and in yourself before the practice and after. And just imagine how helpful this can be the more we practice it for jiu-jitsu, for daily life, daily stress. So just realizing how much we need yoga in our life and how practicing even a little practice every day can help. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and we will be seeing you next weekend. Hands to heart. Namaste.